Hello there. I'm Scotty Ornat, and welcome to the finale of Birth Month. Yes, I figured I'd want to do a revisited review to cap this off. We're talking about Frengully, the last rainforest. Again, this. Usually when I do revisited for Birth Month, it ones that I covered not in Birth Month, but I covered this about 3 years ago or so, and I had the DVD that had that picture on it. Well, I've since got the Blu-ray. I hadn't put it in since I got it, but watching it, it does look pretty good in HD. I like that. But so Frengully, the Last Rainforest was one of these movies back in the early and mid '90s where they're all about the environment. There's this, and Once Upon a Forest, and a few others, I'm sure. They came out and were all about the environment. So yeah, and I was in the prime age to watch these movies. This has always been a favorite for me. Personal favorite. Watched it all the time. Although it was one of those cases where my grandma transferred it from one tape to another and had a copyright protection thing on it, so the vision would change here and there, get a wobbly wobbly. Probably not good for my eyes, but eventually I got a DVD to watch it and on the Blu-ray. So, and this double feature, which features the sequel, which means, yay, I can now do the sequel. That's a sarcastic yay, by the way. I guess we'll kind of talk about it later. But anyway, so the movie tells the story of Krista, a fairy and a wannabe magic sorceress person who meets a human named Zach and accidentally turns him down to her size. Meanwhile, an evil force that had been locked away for centuries has been freed and wants to destroy the forest, because why not? I mean, I'm not for that at all, but because of course it's that kind of movie. So we get backstory, right, of this evil gastral being called Hexus. Hexus was banished by all the fairies into a tree where he would stay for eternity. Until now. This is all taught to us by Maggie, who is the leader of the fairies of some sort. Old wise fairy lady. And she's telling Krista this story, and Krista just wants to sort of fly around, and this is where we sort of have this intro where she's flying around and we see all these characters, including Pips, who's voiced by Christian Slater. Also, I couldn't find confirmation on who plays Krista's father. I thought it was the Chairman Mouse from The Rescuers, but no. And according to Nostalgia Critics' joke, it seems to be Douglas Seal, who played the Sultan. But I couldn't find any confirmation on that either. So I don't know. He was also Mr. Santos, Santa Claus, in Ernest Saves Christmas. Yay. Cheech and Chung are also in this movie, I guess. But we didn't see these horrible people who are chopping down trees, and there's Zach, and he's putting red X's on the trees to mark which ones should get chopped down, and one of them is this big ugly looking tree. Gee, I wonder what's inside there. He marks it, and then goes on his merry way. And they're just, chopping out of trees, whatnot. And so we were introduced to Batty Coda, voiced by Robin Williams, or it could be Rob Williams' leftover stuff from Aladdin that wasn't used. I don't know. He says the word Batty Coda, so maybe not. But I don't know. It's like somebody saw Aladdin and went, Rob Williams to be in our movie, but didn't. I don't know. Had a stronger hold on him than Disney did, because this is not good quality stuff from Robin Williams, man. At one point he even raps, "My name is Betty." I'm like, I've never liked that part, but it's just like... So basically his whole story is that he was experimented on by humans and doesn't like humans, which will come into play throughout the film. She uses magic to make him able to see the fairies, I guess, because there's some kind of thing where they can't see the fairies. But so then Zach shows up due to an accident and gets him knocked down. She shrinks him down by accident and ends up going on this adventure with her, basically. He basically lies, saying that no trees are going to come to harm, and she... Now, here's the thing. He doesn't technically lie about the red X's. They make this big old thing later where it's a lie revealed thing. He never technically lies. She said, oh, she's the one that says, Chris is the one that says, oh, the red X's must protect the trees from the monster. And he's like, yeah. Technically, since he didn't say it, he just agrees with her, what she said. But anyway, I digest. So, they sort of have a romantic thing going on. But just as he gets turned into there, we get to quote the critic himself, a big-lipped alligator moment. Named after the moment in All Let's Go to Heaven, where towards the end of the film, a giant alligator shows up to sing about how he's going to eat Charlie. And here it's basically the same thing. This giant lizard thing, voiced by Tone Loc, sings about how he's going to eat Zach, but then it never happens. I don't know why. The only thing I think of is that this movie is trying to rip off so much, because Krista is clearly supposed to be Ariel. Someone from a mysterious place falls in love with a human. Human, comes from a world that she couldn't possibly understand. That whole thing. She's clearly supposed to be Ariel. Baddie's clearly supposed to be the genie. They're just throwing everything together. It's even got Robin Williams in it. What else? I would say that Pip reminds me of the meant-to-be boyfriend from Pocahontas, or whatever, the Squanto type character, but that didn't come out yet, I don't think. I think this was 94, right? Let's see. '97. Okay, so it was out. That's Magical Rescue. Where's the first one? The only copyright the first one has is 2022. Let me go check the Blu-ray quick. It's gotta be at least 95-ish. 92. Same year as Aladdin. So, yeah. Well, the two other guys that are in the machine end up chopping down the ugly-looking tree, which contains Hexus. He comes out as a gas and then gets a physical form, and he convinces the other two. Well, he sings the song about, "Won't you have my toxic love?" He's voiced by Tim Curry, of course. And he convinces the other two to just keep going till they reach Frengully. So, one thing about this movie I want to point out, that they mentioned the place Mount Warning, which is in Australia. No one has any Australian accents at all. Only one close to any kind of an accent is the King, Douglas Seal. Yeah, and so we get the scene where we get Pips all jealous. He found the stereo thanks to a kangaroo, which is our only indication that it's Australia, really, besides the name Mount Warning. And it's a stereo. He says his stereo. It's a Walkman. This is not Sony, so they couldn't call it a Walkman, but it's a Walkman. And we get that the song back in the day. I didn't know what it was called, but the Land of 1,000 Dances or something like that. You know, na 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 na. That song. It's a weird song because if you were to say it by name, a lot of people won't get it unless your name is Big LT. Because I don't know if it was for this review, but he called me out at one point for a review that had that song in it, and he's like, "I know the name of it. It's the Land of 1,000 Dances." I'm like, "Well, good for you. Do you want a cookie?" I never knew it growing up. It's one of those songs where the name doesn't really match what the song is because they don't mention the name in the song. So I always knew it as the song that goes na 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 na. That's all. So yeah, there's a little dance thing, and then he and Krista fly off to get romantic and have glowy sex or something with the hands. I don't know. When they come back, the entire forest has been demolished. One thing I don't understand is how Hexus works. It seems that he's feeding off the pollution that's coming from doing all this, but later they just turn off the machine and he goes away. He does come back, so was he like faking it? I don't know. No, but they realize, oh no, this is danger, and this is where the liar is revealed. And Magi then sacrifices herself to plant a new tree. And then Zach decides he's gonna go stop the thing. He's teeny tiny, but he's gonna stop him. He gets help from Krista and Pips. I like that Pips gets involved. Pips realizes, hey, he's not a bad guy, right? So, like I say, I like when Batty helps him first, and he lands on the windshield and say, hey, it's me, Zach. And one of the guys is like, hey, Tone, before Hex is like, get going, you know. Sorry, I'm thirsty. Watch out. Excuse me. So, eventually he gets in, he turns out the machine, but doesn't stop him. So how do they stop Hexus? By planting a seed inside him that causes him to grow, and then the fairies come in, start plucking at him to make it grow again, and it creates a new tree around him. Yep. And then Zach is restored to regular size. He reunites with the other two, and they walk off. And then they use the fairy magic to rebuild the entire rainforest. Because that would happen. Oh, it's magic. It's raining like magic, says Raffi. But I don't know. It feels too kids movie. It feels, for as dark as this movie is, this movie gets dark. The whole Hexus stuff and all that, and the dangers of the rainforest. The trees can feel pain and all that. You can feel the trees' pain too. It gets very dark for them to just say, oh, we have to have a positive ending. So they use magic to save all of the trees in the rainforest. And man will never come for it again because Zach will make sure. And it seems all too tied up in a little bow. Nice and neat type situation. I can't help but like this movie. I do like it. I think it's pretty good. The only issues I had was that the ending is a little too nice and neat. Tim Curry is great. Robin Williams is not. But after seeing it come out in 92, I could see maybe he was busy with Aladdin and just sort of had to, you know. But this does feel like they went, oh, Williams is doing Aladdin? We should do our movie too. You take this bat out of this movie, and other than him helping Zach at the end, he really has no impact on this film. In fact, you could have him actually convince Pips and his friends to go help him do it. Saying he knows he messed up, he wants to help save the forest, you know, the whole thing. And it'll work just the same. They only wanted Robin Williams in the movie for notoriety. I'm surprised it doesn't say. Well, they do have the bat on the cover. Even in the second one, even though Robin Williams did not do the second one, And let's talk about the second one. I've never seen it. Nope. I remember as a kid seeing the trailer for it coming out, or seeing the box art, and I saw that Zach wasn't in it, and the notably missing name of Robin Williams, and went, no. It just didn't. I don't know. Sure, you got Krista and Pips back, but and I also later looked it up. None of the cast in the first film come back. Can you say cash grab? 5 years later? I don't know. What? All is well in Here's the synopsis they give you on the back of the box here. All is well in Frengully until the day a group of humans comes in and captures 3 baby animals under Krista's care. Now the baby's only hope is for Pips, Batty, and the Beetle Boys to venture into the great unknown, the town where the humans live. With the help of a young girl named Budgie and her grandpa, the small yet heroic rescuers embark on the ultimate adventure to save their friends before they are smuggled away forever. The only hope is for Pips, Patty, and the Beetle Boys to venture. And what is Krista doing? It doesn't explain. Did Krista get kidnapped with the babies too? Does she have to stay behind in Frengully and be like Maggie in the first one? I don't understand. Her mug is all over this thing. Is this a Pip spinoff that they had to market as Frengully too for people to watch it? That's what it seems like. Oh boy. Now I really don't want to watch it. Oh god. Anyway. Yeah, like I said, it's pretty good. So what are your thoughts on Frengully, The Last Rainforest? Let me know in the comments below. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. I'm Scott, and I'll see you in the next one.